I got the doctorate at my 60th year. Yeah, it was a gift for my 60th birthday. Radhika rang me up for wishing me the 60th birthday. The day before I got subject in Carnatic music, I did a project for 2 years on Tilanas. I recently completed in December. And I learned music, I teach music. I have 2 sons. One is in Bangalore with Accentures as assistant vice president. The other one is in Royal Bank of Scotland, Chennai. My husband was also a retired bank officer. That's it. Now music has become a part of my life. Thank you.
Did my honors in geography. Then did my masters in human geography from the Delhi School of Economics. Then that was in 71. Then for a couple of years I was pursuing the then national hobby of trying and appearing to the IAS examination. And after a couple of unsuccessful attempts, I landed into Syndicate Bank as an officer, where I continued for 28 years till the end of 2001. And they were probably fed up, so they offered us a VRS scheme, which I gladly accepted and moved over and changed track slightly from banking to the securities market and joined the National Stock Exchange as a compliance consultant. I was with them for 4 years. Then my contract with them expired and I joined India Post Securities as the head of their compliance department and continued with them until 2011, then when I finally decided to call it a day. Because I said it's at least now time that I start my travels and call it a day. And coincidentally, my wife also retired at the same time. So it was a very convenient move. I was married in the year 1976. My wife, Jayashree, was teaching in DTA Lodi Estate for about 5 or 6 years till I moved to Chennai on a 3-year stint. Chemistry teacher, from where she retired in the year 2011. I have 2 daughters. The elder one did engineering and served as a captain in the Indian Army for 5 years. And on the completion of the term, by then she had already got married, so she said, I'll not continue any further because her husband was in California and she had to move to the States. They are now settled in California. They have 2 daughters. And my younger daughter, Shruti, she did a law in the Presidency of Delhi and worked in the Delhi courts for about a year. Then in 2008, she got married and moved to Toronto, Canada, where now they are a regular family friend with Vichu and his family. Meghna is 3 years old. And they, a little time is left, I'm back here in headquarters. And Sriram wants to know what's the most memorable moment. There are many, but the most memorable is picking up the pebbles in the ground at the back of the school and trying to level. And during our stay in the school, it never got leveled. I believe it's now in a better shape. Thank you.
And I think let's give him a big hand because he is also one of the key architects of there are about gang of 4, as we call them, who are responsible for getting us all together. And he is one of the key members of the gang of 4 or 5 who have done it. And we really think, and none of them wanted to be singled out for praise, but I don't think it is quite right because we have to acknowledge reality as it is. But for Sundar and as the mic goes around, we'll identify the other gang members who actually were behind connecting all of us. So my mic is next to
Ramesh.
Like that is the time when our friendship and our neighborhood, now they play a role in developing the contours of your character and attitudes and other things. I remember our whole market squares used to be there. KR and other things would be in the same metro square. His father used to tell us stories from Shakespeare. I still remember the Merchant of Venice. He used to tell to our gang when we play our cricket and other things are over. Then there were some of us, like Sundar Raman, he joined me in Ramdas College also. We were in BSc together. Then K.R. Hema was there. Then this family was a very well-knit family. Our parents were in their own league. Our sisters were in their own league. So three generations there was bonding. Then I read a school magazine once you wrote a satirical piece of a ride in a DT bus. Got it, remember? I still recall your punchline that if you know how it is, this bus is not different today. Same धक्का मुक्की जो आपने उस वक्त लिखा था, same thing happened. The buses don't stop. With a little bit speed breaker here and there, which saved the company. Otherwise, as a chairman, I might have made some other thing. So I got married there, in 1983. Wife left me in PNB. She has sacrificed a lot, not taking promotion for 30 years to keep the family together. So, I have two sons. One is married and settled in Hyderabad. He did MBA. The second one is doing MBA and is Bharati Group working in Gurgaon. So the elder one is married. We are looking for a match for the second one. So yesterday there was something in the WhatsApp she was filling, and today also there some news was there. People were filling after going through the journey of life at the age of 60, 70. Sometimes people wonder, I aisa karna tha, if I will like that, I wasted my time, I didn't buy time. When I look back, I have no regrets. And I'm happy and content with whatever has come my way. And that has kept me keeping the balance and peace of mind with me. After retirement, I have taken a very unlikely field of astrology. So for 3-4 years I had then a regular course, then I became the secretary, I became the chairman. Now I am doing small articles here and there, academic also. So I have to thank for all the colleagues, cherished memories which the association which I have spent. And thanks greatly to the core group of Sundar, PK, Ganesh and all these people who made and took a lot of initiative and made this gathering possible where one can share with each other, relive the past.
An exciting moment, or what is the moment you want to call?
देखो कॉल होता है हम तो as I told I was not academically brilliant हम तो रफन सब था आउटस्टैंडिंग हो जाएगा तो 5वीं क्लास में माइनर का झगड़ा होगा तो चोटी मेरे हाथ में आ गया so I can narrate what is such things.
Please do.
What does astrology say about the future of this DPA?
Actually, I am a wrong person for astrology because what is happening now, if you see the TVs and all, it is more than 70% is of the head. So the one who will really call himself a true astrologer will not venture into such. Because it's a study. वेदों का हम बोलते हैं the part of ज्योतिषा is the ray of the Vedas. So it has given, the study has given me, even during the time of when I was doing law also, there were a lot of inputs from original Sanskrit classics, the Manusmriti and all these things are in Sanskrit. At that time I started, one regret was there, I will qualify that I had no regret. One regret was when 9th class the branch was going on, I wanted to take up engineering or other things. Bright, but those days brightness was not required for any of these things. With due respect, not that. तो हम संस्कृत में पढ़ गए तो हमने सोचा पंडित बनना है क्या? So I was never that was very brilliant. But when I now read this legal field and then astrology, all classics are in Sanskrit. I'm trying to relearn whatever we missed the boat at that time. So, in fact, my mail also I wrote, if somebody is having by chance some old book, I would like to read my old Prince Solo. Otherwise, the short journey, whatever I had shared in my email also when I joined the group. So I thank all of my friends and I thank all the people who have made this possible. And I have to thank my life partner also for being not only patient with me but sacrificing her career for our sake, and two lovely children whom I got. God grace, we are happy.
I already spoke. My life is, I try to trace my life, and I find that one thing I don't like is continuance in any place. My whole education was fractured in sense that first standard I studied in Chennai, third in Chennai, second I didn't do properly, fourth I did in Pune, fifth half in Pune again, 6th, 7th, 8th in Karol Bagh, 9th, 10th, 11th in Mandir Park. So likewise, if you see even the career path, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like that. So, I was trying to ask myself whether I'm a hopper or a butterfly going around various things. But I can't help. But as bad I could have it, and I think 10 years in one place in Chennai, more than 15 years. But age was catching up and nobody was wanting to give me offers, so I had to stand put there. Anyway, having said that, as far as my stint in Mandir, at that time I was a little reclusive, very reclusive. I don't used to mingle with all the people. Yes, to the extent that is required. So I thought this is going to be a major stumbling block. But I tried to strike up some sort of a chord with some people. Like I said in the morning, it's what with the Ganeshaya and Vai Balasubramaniam, but with the intent of somehow cracking IIT. So I think I'll be boring people with the same talk again. But we did endeavor, and that put a little bit of focus in my life, and we all succeeded. But here's this funny part. I thought life is made. Passed out in 71, no jobs. So after a lot of effort, I got a job in a paper mill as a shift in charge. So I had to be in shifts. I'm in charge of the power block division. I used to climb all the hoppers, this, that, at the end of the night. I said, this is not going to be my life. So I quit that for 2 years, did my engineering postgraduate PhD in engineering, industrial engineering, and then straight away I went to be a consultant. Not even having experience, and then trying other people to do what they had to do to guide them. Anyway, there was a fair amount of success in that. Then my major shift came to a 10-year stint in Hindustan Lever. So I joined factory as an industrial engineer, and I was there for 3.5 years and did some work which was appreciated. And I was pulled into the exports division where I was a project manager. To set up various, not only do the feasibility and do the direction of various ventures for exports. So I did something in carpets, something in leather, And ultimately, when they wanted to set up a factory in medicine, the 3 zone in Madras, I set it up as a project manager, and the vice president then said, why don't you run the factory? Of course, he gave me a lot of support in trying to train me by sending me to various factories in India and abroad. So there again, I was not in one job for more than 3 years. Okay. Anyway, based on that, from 87 onwards, I have been in the garment export sector till about 2005, out of which about 9 years I spent in Indonesia in the garment field, first in the export sector, and then I moved into the retail sector, one of the bigger brands in the fashion industry, Levi's. And that gave me a good predecessor for me to improve my knowledge and learning of not only the manufacturing but also on the marketing and sales side. Then when I came back, I found the scenario in the industry in Chennai was not so good. Then I shifted gears again to the academia. So I got elected into a Pearl Academy of Fashion as the Registrar of Academics. I used to oversee the administration of the college. It was a new greenfield experiment. The new branch was started, so we had to recruit all the people, including faculty, induct students, set up the infrastructure. That was very, very, very rewarding experience. This is, and in the process in 1977, as part of all the Janta along with me were getting married, so I also got married. It was the year of Janta, so I lost my father. Okay, anyway, that's only right to me. So I have got 2 children, a son and a daughter. A son did his engineering in REC and then went to do his MS in US, and now he's settled in Austin, Texas. He was with them for about 7 years. Now he's joined a cloud computing company called, forget the name. Okay, he's been there and he's got married last March in Bangalore. My daughter, she was doing her CPA, but she finished her intern, then she got married, and he was in Singapore for some time. Now she's in New Jersey. She's also working with her. She did her MS in data analytics and consumer behavior, and she's working with her from there. This is my wife is a teacher at school in Chennai. Okay, to come to some of the interesting aspects of my stint in my place in Mandir, I used to love the return trip to my house. Myself and 2 or 3 other people, we used to climb the mountain and go on the backtrack and then reach the Gurdwara Circle. And then there we used to have a lot of fun. There used to be a big pipe which used to bridge a gap. We used to go on that without having much of fear and other things. The other thing is, I joined NCC in the naval gun. That was very, very rewarding as well. And that is anyway, this is the short on my journey. And right now I am heading the Department of Fashion Design in Hindustan Future, and see that you post to them. That's it.
Next is Eddie Balu. Yes, sir.
Last, on the very last. Put it force.
My classmates and their better halves. It's been a wonderful experience for me to come back here after 50 years. I was one of the very few lucky ones who missed out on friends. I finished school as a science student, joined Bachelor of Commerce. I missed out on all those who joined BSc Chemistry and BSc Physics. I finished my graduation, joined Chartered Accountancy course in India for 6 months period, shunted out to UK, for 5.5 years. The friends I made in the college get lost out. I made again friends in UK. I finished my studies, came back to India, and those friends got lost. So effectively I was friendless. Thanks to this gang, which has made it possible to bring back those old memories of everyone who stood together in those early years of our lives. The group, I don't want to name them, Sriram would name them, I think I'll leave it to Sriram. They have really started off something which I think should go a long way to bring people together. I have nothing much to say except that I am practicing as a professional chartered accountant. And I have been in the profession for now 40 years. And reasonably doing well, financially and otherwise. And our firm is respected in the northern India. It's a mixture of a south and a north combination. You must have heard the name Khanna and Annadam Chartered Accountants. Other than that, my wife complains that I don't know anything else in order to work. Work is worship. That's all I believe in. And I'm good for nothing else, no other social engagements. This is the first engagement when I'm really out with a free mind. Please, I'm glad after a long time. I have my wife, unfortunately, couldn't be here because of the Parkinson's issue. She is a Master of Arts and Master of Education. She was a teacher. She is a teacher, sorry. And I have 2 kids, a son and a daughter. Son is a PhD and he is himself a teacher in United Kingdom, teaching biology. And my daughter is also a PhD in business economics and she is writing, freelance writing whenever the mood takes her to write something. It's 5 foot, 8 inches tall. Yeah. And I thought since the gathering is a pretty good gathering, I'll bring her over here instead of my wife. And there she is sitting, you can all sit. You're so kind to stand. That's her height. Thank you very much. Sit down, madam. So, it seems the Indian Brahmin society has all immigrated to the United States and Canada.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, right. I don't know, I'm waiting for the day when they will come back and my daughter will be settled. Rest of it, school life, I don't know why they divided sections A, B, and C. P.S. Jairam said a lot of things about section B and other things. I don't know why A, B, C. I think A, C is retrograde, useless. Good for nothing fellow, they were all talking together. Anyway, I come from section C, and unfortunately quite a few of my mates are no longer in existence. So that's the way it is, I think. We have to live by it. The rest is God has been very kind. All of us have been able to meet after a 50-year gap. Today I was quite pleasantly surprised. Little kids came and they said, "Sir, please tell us, how many years did you spend in the school? How many years back?" I said, 50 years back. She said, "Oh, 50 years." I said, "Yes." And I said, "Those 2 ladies over there, they were our teachers, Yoshimani and Sundari teacher. They taught us." Oh, I said, they went over there and took their signatures and their notebooks and all that best wishes, please write. It was quite, honestly encouraging to say how teachers can make lives, our lives.
Your moment in the school.
My moment in the school is nothing much to say, except in that, in my house also, I was used up because my sister was a singer, he's a singer. My brother used to play percussion instrument. So I was asked, but there was somebody has to be there to clamp and carry things. So the duty fell upon me. So school also I had the same kind of a treatment. Thank goodness I moved in school at that particular era.
You didn't cut a class or you didn't go to a movie?
No.
In college,
I didn't know about all those things. That's what I said, why we have been relegated to section C, I don't know.
But he believes in what is
you were in the wrong section.
That's today.
You were in the wrong section because
And the old Dhar section C में. But you know, we have lost quite a bit of section C mates, you know, like Vedanta, which was a very sad issue, because I knew his father very well in this chemistry. And Vijayaram, in fact, before the whole thing started, we were talking about Vijayaram, and I was talking about Ganesh Sharma and Vijayaram's constant fights, and only to be told that Vijayaram is no more. We are there today, tomorrow. Let's hope that we are able to do something by 2020. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Rev. Father. Next we have Vasudevan.
Ramesh.
Ramesh is listed. Vasudevan, or Ramesh is something.
We're going, so nobody can mix. Except I'm the only one who
Good evening. School memories, I am trying to recollect. Something should come out. I tried my very best. Unfortunately, one not now, one not
Nice one.
Anyway, after the schooling, I did my graduation from University College. Nachu was the classmate. We used to be backbench. School and non-managed for the front bench. We were backbench all the time, backbench. We learned that thing we just bunk the class and enjoy the rest of the day. After the college, I was completely put off. To be very frank, all the schools, I was completely put off, except Nachu might have met once or twice or twice. I was very, very busy in my office. I joined Airlines in 1973. During those 3-4 years there, I was a tidbits in the office, in a decade aside. I enjoyed my airlines job much of an extent because I took a very tough job there as a social network, it's called a society. It's about 9,000 members, I've been telling everyone. Consisting of Air India, Indian Airlines, the giving rules, to control the crowd. We had about 19 staff and 9,000 members. It's a real tough time. All my life, till my retirement, I was completely associated with society. Even the social background, my marriages, I had to skip because I had very good support from my wife. She used to take it very, very. Please come. Anywhere, any marriage, please you go, I can't make it. I arranged the passage, that was not possible. So she had a very depending on other women and 10 women. Anyway, then the happiest moment of my life, I should say, I mean, Ramani is not there, he left Modi Road at the time. I met him in this Mandir, COVID. Hey Ramesh, where are you? Anyway, my daughter's marriage, you have to come. Okay, I'll make it. I met Sundar, Shekhar and Anand. That bad started the chapter for us, to be very, very clear. And I kept, suddenly I got a call from the principal from London Park, through my sister. There's a big ceremony going on, we wanted to join. And then there was a lot of discussions. I said, Sundar, why don't we start something about Colors also? That chapter started 3 years back, maybe 4 years. That was the biggest turning point, you should say, of my life. All those 45, 48 years, the only memory is I used to take out that the group photo. I over there, I preserved like a treasure. I'm telling you, I just preserved every time, watch it. It's still a pleasure kind of maintaining. That's the turning and the biggest, happiest moment of my life, I should say. And just to see the smiling faces of people, I'm very, very glad. Very, very clear. So it is a very small share. The biggest share, Ganesh and Sugar. But I had the backbone, I can say. We had to place everything. So that's what my life is. Thank you.
Vasu, landed up last night, Chennai.
started my career in 1970.
Microphone.
Speaking.
No.
Just speaking.
I started my career in 1970 and joined the bank, Central Bank of India, and came out in 2001 on KRS at the age of 51. And from that day onwards, I've been traveling around and seeing places only, nothing else. And there's nothing else in my life other than that. Got married at the age of 21. And my grandson is now going to attend for the 10th standard exam. And I should really thank Murali, Bala, and others who have made me come over here and meet all of you after a gap of around 50 years. Except those people who are there in Chennai, whom I met, that too after 48 years or 47 years. Anyway, I don't have much to say. I don't have any moment that is memorable, remembered by me, which was there in my school life. And I'm happy to see all of you here. And it would have been better had it been more number of people and come to the meeting here. Anyway, thank you all for the listening. I didn't do my other course. I actually dropped out from Curriculum College. First year itself. After that.
Thank you.
So, Ella, you are next.
The assignment was, to speak about the most memorable moment in our school life, but most of you have spoken about your life journey, which we had already written in our, long back. We wrote our life journey in our, that was perhaps the first thing we did when we started this group. So, about my career, I don't need to say anything much. I appeared in the Union Public Service Examination, and I got into the Indian Railway Account Service and served the railways, unlike, for straight 36 years without any break. Ashok Rajan said that he never served in any place more than 3 years. Mine was a continuous stint of 36 years, but with something like 36 transfers. So we saw a lot of places. Quite a lot of them were very, very small places. My first posting was in a place called Chittaranjan. Never heard of. I was in Southern Railway I was having my probation in Southern Railway at that time, and expecting to be posted in Southern Railway, but even then, a batchmate of mine played politics. He took my place in Southern Railway, and in fact, I had some influence in Railway Board, in fact, but I was not one for taking any help. So I took whatever posting I got and went to Bihar. That was the first time I heard about this place called Chittaranjan. And but okay, I won't talk much about my railway service. My wife, she's also an alumni, about 5-6 years junior to us. She studied in this Motibag school for a few years. Of course, she did more of her schooling in Bishop Cotton, Bangalore. And she studied in Motibag school. And then she did literature from this Jason Reddy School College in Dolopong. There's a college there. And she completed, she is still but her parents clipped her wings and she got married to me at the age of 20. I'm sure, given a chance, she would have done a lot of things, but her ambitions had to be cut short, so she got married to me when she was only 20. We got married in 1970.